Hey guys, so it is 9:27 p.m. My baby is asleep and I thought I would film a video because it's been a while since I've sat down and filmed. I know that I start pretty much every video off saying that, but I think it begs repeating. No, it bears repeating that I've been struggling. So you may have seen one of my last videos where I talked about, I'm gonna post it up here, but where I talked about my mental health and starting medication and how much better I was doing. And I am doing better, but I had another dip and we've increased my medication. That's where we are today. I think it's been about 4 or 5 days since the increase. We'll see how it goes. I expect nothing. I got really much better, like feeling cloud 9 better, and then my mood dipped again, and then my anxiety spiked again, and then I had issues sleeping again, and we're back in the whole cycle. So I don't really want to get into that in this video. I mean, we can certainly talk about it in a little bit, but that's not the main reason for today's video. I guess it is. This is just a chatty video where I'm going to talk to you guys about like life and what's going on, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm doing up in this very bare, odd room. So basically, this room is my son's bedroom. It's just a room full of boxes of makeup right now and like a jungle gym. I plan on fully doing this room. That is something that I'm gonna be working on here soon. Getting the drive and motivation and energy to do it amidst taking care of said baby is difficult. I keep calling him a baby, yet he is a toddler. He turned 1 year old on December 1st. What? It's insane. I can't even believe it. He is a big boy. He is doing so many things, saying so many things. He's so close to walking. He started dancing recently. He is just a big boy, and it's just crazy to see how much he's grown, and I really want him to have a bedroom. Now you may think like, what the hell, doesn't he have a bedroom or a nursery or anything like that? We put that all in our room because we were like, well, he's not gonna sleep in a separate room from us, so there's really no point to make him this giant nursery. First of all, we moved into this house 2 weeks before I gave birth. I really didn't have time. I just thought, too, I don't really know his personality. I don't really know what he's like, what kind of things to put in there. And honestly, it would have just sat here collecting dust the whole time anyway, but now is the time. We've actually got more time now because, you know, he is more independent, he does play, and I really want to create a space in here that's like insanely fun. So I'm gonna paint murals on his walls. I'm also going to like put a big awesome rug in here. We've got this little jungle gym that Zach bought him off of Etsy, which honestly I'd say is more for like a 2-year-old and up because it's just a little too advanced for him right now, but you know, he will get there. I just want to make it really cool in here and a yes area. So I don't know, when you have kids, you gotta find things for them that are yes areas, because saying no to them constantly, first of all, they hate it, and second of all, it's really irritating to constantly like, no, don't touch that, no, don't do that, no, don't eat that. So you want to have a yes area. At least we already have one downstairs that's gated off, but I want to have another one that's like his playroom, his bedroom. It's just a really awesome place where there's like mats down and he can climb and he can explore and he can have fun, and we don't have to constantly be telling him no because there's no dangerous objects in here, essentially. So that's what this room is going to be. In the meantime, what it has been is a place to store makeup and PR. Because I do beauty videos, or have done for 10 years prior to this, I get a lot of PR, which is, you know, makeup that is sent for consideration of review, and the brands don't have any expectation that you are going to post about it. They just hope that you will. But there's so many products that it's just not humanly possible to post about every single thing that you get. I tend to pull aside the things that I plan on filming videos with that interest me. They're my style of makeup, and then I set aside in totes things that I think that I would give away. And you'll see this with pretty much everybody because there's just no way one person could use everything. So much makeup launches now, you know. It used to be like a launch here and there and everybody knew about that one launch, and then now it's like 600 a week. And so I'm not saying I get 600 items a week, I'm exaggerating. So the reason I'm talking about this is because I have had 4 giant totes of makeup sitting up here. I have been pondering, what should I do with them? So before, what I would do is I would go to USPS and I would get the flat rate boxes. I would fill them to the brim, and then I would close them and ship them to Project Beauty Share, which you guys might hear Taylor Wynn talk about all the time. They are in Spokane, Washington, I believe, and they take in makeup, even if it's new or used. They'll sanitize the used makeup, and then they distribute it to shelters and things like that. And I love doing that, and I was sending all my used makeup there, but I was noticing, first of all, it's extremely expensive. It's like $20 per flat rate box, and I was shipping off sometimes like 20 of them at a time. I was like, there's gotta be somewhere local that can use this. So I posted on my personal Facebook page and asked if anyone knew of anything. One of my Facebook friends replied and said, and she was somebody that I used to hang out with back in the day, and said that she works at a local domestic violence and sexual assault. It's like a shelter. I asked if they could use makeup, and she said that it's something that they don't get very many donations of at all, because many people that donate makeup donate used makeup, and that's not something that they give to women and children of the shelter. And so I asked if they would take it and if they would like me to package it up, or if they wanted me to just donate it in the totes, and she said package it. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought a bunch of these canvas makeup bags, and I think I bought 16 of this size, 20 of this size. And it may look like there's disproportionate types of makeup in here, but it's really not at all. This is just like, I got the bigger ones for like bigger size palettes. They have pretty much similar products in all of them. I tried to go through each bag and make them not a full face of makeup, because it's very difficult to do that, like with kind of the hodgepodge of makeup that I have, but I tried to do my best. And so I just wanted to show you guys what some of these kits are. I'm really excited. I'm gonna go drop them off tomorrow, and that's it. I'm just kind of excited about it, and I thought I would chat with you guys, and I haven't filmed a video in so long. Maybe you'd want to see what's in them. So this bag right here has the Pacifica Glow Baby Booster Serum. I thought that I would do like some skincare and makeup in each one. I've got the ColourPop Flutterby palette, which is really pretty. It's like kind of neutral mauvey purple tones. This one is the Just a Tint from ColourPop in the color Pink Flamingo, and Retro Rose from Fenty, ColourPop Pressed Powder Bronzer, and ColourPop Blitz Simply Sweet Super Shock. So it's not a full face, but we've got like a blush, we've got 2 lippies, we've got some skincare, bronzer, and eyeshadow. And in a lot of them I did put brushes. You know what? I think I might have some extra brushes. So I'm gonna put it in this LYS brush as well for like the face product. And then this brush from Juno & Co. And this is just a little smudger brush for the eyeshadow. This is kind of like what most of the packs are. I'm really happy about this. This is like weird, and I'm not trying to like, I'm trying to find myself, okay? Motherhood is the biggest blessing, and equally it's a trip, man. I have so much to say about this, okay? I do a lot of therapy right now, and I talk to my therapist about a lot of this stuff. And what I've discovered is that so much of motherhood is romanticized online because of guilt, of shame, and there is a lot of beautiful parts of motherhood. Oh my God. Just hearing my son laugh, it's like a glimpse into heaven. Seeing him learn new things is like, it's mind-bogglingly cool. The love I feel for him, unmatched. I would absolutely throw myself in front of a train for him. I love him more than I ever knew love was possible. So when you hear parents saying stuff like that, first of all, can we ignore this thing on my forehead? My son has this little thing that has like a little, it's like a window sticky on the back, and I stick it on my forehead because it makes him laugh, and it gave me a hickey on my forehead. But I think that people post all of that stuff because if you heard how absolutely draining it can also be, people criticize you a lot for that. Like, I might get criticism on this for saying it because people are like, well, then why do you have them? First of all, you can't know until you do it. So people can tell you like it's really hard, and you're like, you can only compare it to the hard that you've known before, which is like a school project or like a difficult day at work. It's so different. So it's like when people are like, well, why did you have a kid if you knew it was gonna be hard? I didn't know it was gonna be this fucking hard. I still would have him. I would never send him back. The whole point I'm trying to make is that because so many people are shamed for speaking the truth about how difficult parenting is, people shy away a little bit from speaking the truth about how it really is. And it is really hard. At least me, I'm gonna speak for myself here. I have lost myself to motherhood. Very easy to do when all you are doing all day long is caring for another human being whose needs need to be met, and who, if you don't meet those needs, will be screaming in your face. And so it is something that like I talked to my therapist about this today, and I said, it's so interesting because my needs are like, as a human being, what makes me feel loved and supported and relaxed and rejuvenated are relaxing, simply vibing, watching a show, drinking my coffee in peace, quiet, zen, nature, gardening. My son, on the other hand, because he is a child, and it's neither of our fault. My therapist told me that today. She's like, it's not your fault that that's the way that you like things, and it's not his fault that he likes things the opposite way. You both are simply just born that way, and that is who you each are. Like, you can't help it, you just are. And so essentially, I like to wake up in the morning, and I like to leisurely wake up, maybe grab my phone, check social media a little bit, hang out, and then get out of bed. He is eyes awake, 100 miles an hour. He He wants to go downstairs, play. He wants to eat immediately. I, on the other hand, I'm like, eat at noon. Maybe skip breakfast altogether. Eat what I want. Nope, 3 square meals, 2 snacks, and breastfeeding. He likes lots of stimulation, music going. He likes a lot of things happening. He's very energetic and he's a baby. And because our needs clash, it makes for a struggle, mama, because I have to forego a lot of my personal self-care needs in order to meet his, because it is my job and because I am trying to do what's best for him, and it's not his fault. He did not ask to be born. He's not trying to be loud. He's just a baby. It doesn't change the fact that that's directly opposite of the things that tend to like fill my cup, you know? And he fills my cup in so many ways, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I love him so much. I feel like you have to preface that. I feel like in today's world, you have to say, oh my gosh, I love him so much. And you have to like give 1,000 reasons of why you love them to be able to say anything like that's even slightly controversial. It shouldn't be controversial. It's absolutely insane to me that it is. And so the whole point of me saying this is that I've certainly lost myself into this whole role of motherhood. It is my identity now in so many ways, and I'm trying to rediscover who Kristi is outside of Kristi as a mom, and it's really difficult. It's really difficult. The guilt, the shame, all of these feelings are just so strong, and struggling with mental health on top of it certainly doesn't help. So the reason I bring all of that up is because something that I thought would be useful is giving. Because yes, I do give, like when I would send these boxes out every now and again, but I feel like that almost takes me out of it. Like I just ship them off and I don't really know what happens to the stuff, but being like an active participant in giving, I think will be an ultimately good thing for my mental health and for my well-being. I'm not just doing this for me. Obviously, I'm doing it for other people as well. But it's easy to get inside your own head and kind of forget. And I don't want to do that. I want to become a part of my community and actively help my community, because it's something that I haven't done. I just haven't done it. And I always said I wanted to do it. And I wanted a job that gave me the opportunity to be able to do that. And I always said that. And then when it happens, I didn't even do it. So here I am. So this next bag, we have the Boudoir Noir palette from ColourPop. This is the ColourPop Splendor Luxe Lip Duo Gold Fatten MD Needleless Solution. It's line smoothing concentrates, a little bit of skincare, some mascara. This is ColourPop Act Natural. This has all been ColourPop so far. I swear there's other products in here. And the ColourPop Biddy X ColourPop Ultra Super Shock Cheek in Glow Burst. I swear there's other products in here. I'm not gonna go through 36 bags, you guys. I'll do one of the bigger bags too, to show you what we have in here, just to see what we got. This one has a Kate Somerville Total Repair Cream. Some of these have more things than others. I don't know how they're gonna distribute things, but I wanted to give some options. This one has a NYX Butter Gloss in Sugar High, a NYX Lip Lingerie in Pushed Up, a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer, Tarte, these are really cute, Let It Glow, I'm Smitten, and Getting Toasty Blush Authority. Basically, it's like there's a highlighter on the top here, and then underneath you have like a bronzer and a blush. And I thought that was really cute. Like that's just a nice little stack that somebody can use. This one also has a Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. I already have this, so I had a second one. This is one line a day, so it is a book, and you can capture the highlights of every day with this keepsake journal featuring the artwork of beloved letterpress and design studio Moglia. So it's just like you can write one sentence every day about something that is a memory or something you're grateful for. It was nice too because I tend to like kind of live a Groundhog Day life where every day sort of is the same, because we get in a really like a big routine of doing the same thing every day. And it was nice tonight because I brought him up here and just let him play, do whatever you want with the makeup. He was grabbing makeup, chewing on it, tossing it around, having so much fun. He really loved playing with this. I bet you it's in pieces. No, intact. This is a Kaleidos laser glazer. So I'll do one more and show you what we've got. I made sure to put a palette in every single one. So every single one of these 36 bags has an eyeshadow palette in it, and every single one of those is neutral and wearable, which I thought was important. This is the Pacifica Glow Baby Vita Glow Face Lotion, the Buxom Full On Lip Plumping Cream, got a Sigma eyeshadow brush, a Buxom mascara, a Milani lipstick, a Sigma Rendezvous eyeshadow palette. So I think these little kits are pretty nice. Like, I'm really happy with them. Oh, and I'll toss this little lip product in as well. This is the Sigma lip gloss in the shade Corderosa, which is really popular. I feel really happy about this. I'm really happy that this stuff's gonna go to a really good place and get used and loved. It feels really nice to be able to do, and I'm really happy about it. And what's cool is PR keeps coming, and I'll take, you know, what I want to review for you guys and then continue to donate, you know, to this awesome place, which I'm really, really excited about. So that's really all this video was about. There's nothing particularly crazy that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to say hi to you guys and let you know how things are going. Follow me on Instagram stories, which if you are kind of wanting more like updates and stuff like that, you guys can follow over there, and I talk more about what's going on sometimes. I will say that I used to be a really big open book here online. I used to be a big open book. Like, I would share every facet and detail of my life because I was just, I don't know, I guess I felt like I had more mental capacity to share. I hesitate now. It just feels different now that I've got somebody else like connected to me that will potentially see these videos one day. I'm not embarrassed by them, and I'm not like ashamed, and I will tell him everything. I'm telling the truth. It's just really hard to feel comfortable sharing as much as I used to, and I don't think that I have any sort of obligation to share or anything like that. It's my private life. I don't have to share it online. It's just because I did for so long and I was so open and shared so much of what was going on, it does feel bizarre to take a step back and to be filming less. And you guys give me so much grace, and I'm trying to give myself that same grace. It's also something I'm trying to learn in therapy, is how to be kinder to myself. I have extremely negative self-talk, and I am very self-critical, and my therapist was talking to me about speaking to myself in a very compassionate way, and that's really hard for me. I didn't really understand what she meant. And then I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was like, talk to yourself the way that you would talk to your son if he was going through something and he was struggling. And I thought, wow, I talk to myself the way you would talk to like your worst enemy. Like, I do not give myself any compassion whatsoever. I'm just very hard on myself. Like, get your shit together. Why are you feeling this way? Get it together. Like, you should be fine. And I think that's the thing, is that like mental illness does not discriminate. I've always had like anxiety and things, but it's hard to come to terms with that this is my life now, that every day is work. Before, I felt like I kind of just was able to get through and be okay. And I do think that a lot of that is like burnout, you know, just from being on so much of the day and getting very little time to relax and self-care. And I know that that will come with time, and that this is just a season of life. This is just a season of life. It is not forever. And I will look back on this time, and likely it'll feel like such a blur. It's really easy to look back at the person that I was before being a mom and look at that and be like, how could I get back to that? And I just wonder sometimes if I can. Am I just fundamentally changed now because everything has changed? Because I have a literal human that I take care of now, and that I want the best for, and that I want to thrive, and I want him to grow up and be a great human and know that he's loved and taken care of and all of that. And I just wonder, like, I didn't have that pressure before. Yes, I had cats and stuff like that. So different. I thought it would be the same. So different. Yeah, I just wonder sometimes if I'm like kind of grieving the loss of the Kristi that I was, who had a lot less worries and who didn't have to take medication to cope, and who didn't have to, you know, take medication to sleep, and didn't have to do therapy 3 times a week and all of that. It's just hard to come to terms with that this is kind of what life is like now versus the romanticized idea of what I thought that it was going to look like, you know? And I never want it to come off that I'm complaining. I am not complaining. I love my life, and I think that I have a very blessed position to be in, to be able to stay home with my son and to be able to get the therapy and help that I need. This isn't a complaint. It's just a realization. It's just interesting. That's it. Like, it's just a realization that things are different now, and it's taken me over a year to settle into this role. And I think that it's very common that it does take a long time to settle into this role. It's something that you couldn't prepare for if you tried. You literally couldn't. And I think everybody has a different baby, every different temperament, and not only just that, we all have different mental health. Some people just might not struggle like I do, and I think that a lot of people don't. And I'm not meaning to make blanket statements, because that's the thing, is like, I don't want it to be like every new mom struggles. That's not the case. I actually know people who are just doing extremely well and having, like, vibing on life, and they have a great baby sleeps. Even if they don't, they're fine. Just drink extra coffee tomorrow. Things just affect me differently. But if you can relate, then, you know, I think that's the thing, is that what I've discovered about posting this kind of stuff is that you will inevitably get the people who don't quite get it or understand, but you will also have 10 times more people who are like, thank you for sharing. I have felt this way and I've been afraid to say something, or I have been struggling too. And I don't mean for every video to be talking about struggling, for crying out loud. But I think I could say, look at my last 10 years of content, and I would say that most of my content is not that way, and that this is just a season of life and things will shift and change. And in years, I'll look back on this and be like, wow, it will be different. And that's the thing, is like, no feelings, bad or good, are there forever. And I am coming to terms with that. It's a lot easier to believe or understand when you feel okay, and tonight I feel okay. And then the other day, you know, I had 3 panic attacks in one day. So I laughed, but I was not laughing. It was very doomy. So yeah, still here, still doing my thing, just living life, trying to get out, trying to be, you know, a part of society. Isolation has been a big part of my declining mental health over the last 2 years, and I think many of us can relate. In the regard of the world we are currently living in, it has taken a toll on many people. The holidays, I think, also are a hard time for a lot of people. I was talking to my therapist about that, and she said, you can't even believe the amount of people that are calling right now and needing help, and that just makes me so sad. But we're all in this together at the end of the day, and I am so thankful that this is my job and that you guys are still here. I don't even know why sometimes, but hey, that's negative self-talk, and I'm trying not to do that. I guess I do get it. I have people that I watch that I've been watching for years that just I like, you know? So maybe I am that for you. Try not to shit talk myself too much. It's really easy for me to do that. Really easy. So I decluttered 3 totes worth of makeup we are giving away, and I am excited to have a new home for all of this stuff. Excited to continue this, and I thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me and being so patient and kind, and I appreciate you continuing to be patient with me as I take time to heal myself. It's not linear, everyone tells me that, and I try to understand that to the fullest depths of my soul. Mental health recovery is not linear, and it is very not linear. I was like rocky down, down. Wow, I feel amazing. Oh, where the hell? And why isn't shit working again? And so I hear that this is just what it is, and that's really frustrating. But if you're going through it too, same. Well, I thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with me, and being ultimately very, very wonderful people who are always so supportive and kind. And I wish that I was able to be the Kristi that I was, uploading, you know, 3 videos a week. I can't believe there was a time that I was uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That feels like I literally can't fucking imagine. I put up a video like once every 2 weeks now, and that's pushing it. So I hope to get back to doing that, but I'm going to be gentle and kind with myself in the meantime, and not push myself to a point where I feel like I'm just not good enough for YouTube and all this stuff. I tend to do that really, really badly as well. And just, you know, do what I can when I can. I thank you guys so much for watching. I thank you for being here, and for being patient with me, and always being supportive in the comments. I will see you in my next video. Bye!